Oh yeah. Scan bank system. Citation. Awesome. Oh, parent patents. Similar documents. Cited by. Oh, we lost some people. General Electric. Control apparatus. Hoist. The regulator. Hoist machines. This inventor right here invented two things. Canadian. General Electric, laser alignment, laser activation, laser activation. Okay. Apache. Well, I'm into this. Knew what they were doing. Okay, the whole point while we're looking at these patents is to see if we could steal something. Okay, we want to use this technology. We want to manufacture this technology. The whole idea is to forget that they have control. Okay, they have control of this patent. It's plainly obvious. It's a prior art. But looking at the prior arts, which, well, it's a prior art, but if I patent it, it's a prior art, but they also patent. They have prior arts as well. These are the prior arts. Oh, patents. That's not what I'm looking for. Oh, I did research on this. Here are the prior arts. Smell fine. Legal events. Okay, did they pay their fees? Oh, they did. They did pay their fees. Russians. The Russians, they can patent anything, they wouldn't even do anything. Things on who's gonna stop them, really? I'm sure it was developed independently. I mean, it's not out of it. I mean, how would they read the English? you know? A lot of the patents are in English. And Yandex doesn't have, I don't think it has a patent system. A patent, like, I don't know. They don't use Google Patents, I don't think so. The things are much shorter. Oh, they wrote this in a pencil. That's cool. Can we steal this invention? Physics. Who invented this? This inventor right here. These seem like simple inventions, but why? The working equipment crunchers. What do I know? I'm not an inventor. I mean, not to this extent. I'm just saying that everything's been invented already, so you can't patent ideas, so. Oh shoot. Well, to create all this stuff by hand, you need a bunch of propane tanks and a bunch of welding equipment. You gotta get the scrap metal together and make this shit. It's if I showed this to a bunch of engineers and we have the same understanding as what it says. What it says is what it says. If I read it, engineer read it, we both have the same understanding. It's just that I don't want to spend time making this shit from scratch when the engineers can do that for me. Engineers, that's what I say. So we're just assemblers, welders, engineers, or just people. Title. I don't know, just been lots of engineering, janitorial. Traction device. Okay. I was looking at this earlier. I was on my bed laying down and watching this stuff. The first thing I typed in was method. And I saw something really cool. No, it was Scott right here. Method, karst, rock erosion. Let's see if we can find it again. It was this Chinese patent that told us how to make sinkholes. The Chinese wanted to. There's a patent that one of the Chinese, I don't know, a Chinese firm or a person, I don't remember, but anyways, they were trying to make underground facilities using sinkholes. That was pretty cool. And what they did was that they used prior arts and all this stuff about how to reinforce underground structures, because you don't want an earthquake to collapse the structure. You don't want them to collapse a cave. They're creating caves or karst, another word for it, using chemicals, using limestone, and they're using different methods. They're trying to find limestone using GPR, with ground penetrating radar, which on its forefront, it didn't seem like they were actually going to put that into action. I thought it looked more like a defensive patent more than a new invention. But they certainly saw had a defensive patent. It was patent. I remember seeing it was in 2017. If I can find it, it shouldn't be that hard to find. I just saw it yesterday. There's filling methods right here. They have filling methods. That's not what we're looking for. That's kind of obvious. I think it's obvious that this is an injection. They're gonna inject that stuff with cement or whatever. I'm sure it's more complicated than what I'm describing. I'm not a genius. But that's not what we're looking for. We're looking for how to make the karst. that's right. Limestone. They have prediction systems. Which I didn't know you could actually patent prediction systems, but you can. Oh, this is by the same company, the railroad company. It was a railroad company. But it's not the same one I'm looking for, but it's something else. Forecasting. They weren't using joules either. They were using something else. Just don't remember right now. Like, all this is useful and whatnot, but it's not what we're looking for. Prediction. Let's look at this is abstract, let's see this. It's not what we're looking for. The grading method, I don't know what this means. I know what this means, so increased forces of cars. Yeah, that makes sense. They align it with concrete. See, it sounds like someone's outside, but it's probably just wind. We know someone outside. At this time, erection of tunnels and structure. Oh, this is not what I'm looking for, but I'll look at it. Okay, the substance. Okay, this makes sense. Oh, what they're doing is, they first inject. They're saying that they inject some type of liquid in here. I don't know. Let me read this again. I don't know. How long since those injectors? What are their injectors? Pipes or for pouring? It's a motor. Pieces I still don't understand. I get maybe they're applying a lot of pressure when they're injecting this stuff, but what are they injecting? Okay. Stock. Silicone gas. Oh, it's a gas agent, so they're injecting gas. It's fracking. That's what it is, fracking. But they're making, instead of fracking, they're making tunnels. They're not just making cracks, they're making tunnels. Sodium gas. Yeah, makes sense. So they heat up the salt, turns into a gas, it makes cracks, and it's easier to make tunnels if the ground's cracked up. They're unstable. And you can only make tunnels if the soil is unstable, because realistically, you're trying to hit hard ground. You don't have it's going to take a long time. It's still possible to break hard rock. It's just that it's much easier to break. It's just if it's already cracked up. You have a nail, nail and a hammer. You just keep on getting that nail and doing that shit. It's just much easier just to crack the ground up ahead of time. Natural cracks. Let's look for infiltration systems. Infiltration center. Infiltration. Not what I'm looking for. If you have a lot of tunnels, you're able to house all your homeless or all the people on the ground safe from natural disasters and all that shit. So this is actually very important. while it is true that the tunnels can collapse, the same thing can be said about houses collapsing from fires. It's just not possible to make a tunnel on fire. The only thing that would happen if the tunnel caught on fire is that you would die from the gas, the fumes, but it wouldn't destroy your house. Voids. See, low cost materials, this is what I like. That's what a patent's for. You can patent a death ray, but it won't do shit. You can't make it. But I wonder when you go to the patent office. I mean, I'm sure they have engineers and all that stuff, but specialized patent agents, but I'm sure you may get flabbergasted by all this stuff. With the small details, of course. Okay, they make gases to create infiltration fluid. You can't, whatever you're trying to see through the ground has to have cracks in the ground. It's just common knowledge, but, I mean, not common knowledge, but it makes more sense. I could pour water on the ground, but there's no cracks. It's not going to go through, it's not going to infiltrate the ground, so they have to make gases in order to make the cracks. It's fracking. I'm not sure if I'm using that term right. All I know is fracking causes the ground to break up, so some form of fracking. Chemicals. No, most people have these. I don't think most people have. Okay, they have sodium. We have sodium at home. We have museum. We have that at aluminum. Yeah, we have that. Silicone, I don't think we have that. Oxygen, yeah, we have that. Hydrogen, yeah, we have that. So these are just common materials. This is actually a good set of materials to have. The only thing, yeah, just common materials that everyone has. Use that here. Bond them together somehow. Now everyone has to see, like if it said, you know, uranium like that, like you wouldn't have that. Or here it says right here. Carbon dioxide is pumped into a chamber. The question is, how would you get the pipe in the ground? You would have to drill it, so let's say a new method. I'm sure someone figured it out, I just don't know what it is. It's a poor man's method. There has to be something. Let's get out of here. Let's just browse a bit. They have drainage systems, I'll give that. Then you can definitely lift up the ground. You can even make mountains, whole ass mountains, 500 feet if you have a lot of carbon dioxide at the bottom and you keep pumping that up. It'll eventually create a dent, but if that gas releases, it's possible the volcano could collapse. Actually, I don't think so. If it's given time to harden, and you put more materials in you have carbon dioxide, right? And you want to make it stable. Pressure is one thing, but in order to have a long-term stable ground tunnel system, you would have to somehow reinforce the walls of the of the little chamber you have, and then only then it's safe to depressurize the carbon dioxide for living. So I could imagine a world where we have a bunch of mountains on top of the surface, but underground we have carbon dioxide made structures. I like this one. I think this is the one I was looking at. For rock corrosion. No, it's not the one. Oh, yeah, it was. Maybe this one. Carbonated rock. Now I want you to think about this carbonated rock. What is carbonated rock? Well, what do we eat? When we go to Little Caesars? It has carbs in it. Chickens have carbs in it. All living things mostly have carbs in it. Generally, if I die, I'll probably have some carbs and just release it. I'll probably be a rock one day, So it's pretty abundant. See, limestone dissolution. We already know that. It's common knowledge. And you need hydrogen. You need some acidy solution to dissolve the limestone. But how do you create limestone? The question is, how do you create limestone? Well, the only way, in most books, they'll tell you that to create limestone, you need thousands of years of shells or something like that. I don't think that's the only way. See, limestone generation. Now what I'm looking for. Let's just do limestone. Which results we get? See, all these are more than 100,000 things to do with this limestone. You can make cement, mud. Good for concrete, I guess. That's the ceilings? That's cool. I actually didn't think of that before. It's a boiler machine. Now keep in mind we used to use limestone on our buildings, but we can't use that only in deserts because you'll erode unless you have a sealant that if you close the limestone so it won't get wet, then you'll probably be safe. Or moist, don't want it moist either. If it's moist, it'll just it's like mud. Let's look at this. We want to find the prior arts, whatever. Small little detail. Okay, we have to heat this up to 1,000. This is not hard to heat up either. If a painting goes up 3,000 degrees, this is nothing. Okay. I'm sure your oven can go up to at least 500. So it's not extraordinary hard to get this type of heat. This might be a little harder, but this is generally doable. I don't know for how long. You just bake in the sun. A lot of new things we have. Now I want you to imagine that most regular people will not look at these patterns. They won't think about these patterns. The first thing that when the boss tells them to go get limestone, make some limestone clay, they're not going to go on Google Patents. No one does that. They just look on Google, whatever. But they won't know there's better ways or cheaper ways, and what's intimidating is that when there's like these patents right here, they're still active. Even though their ignorance of infringing on patents is what makes them A lot of people are ignorant of these patents. Ignorance of the law is no excuse to break it. But people infringe on patents every day and they don't even know it. I can make this in my backyard as a little kid. Imagine I'm 7 years old, I go in my backyard and I make this patent without even knowing it existed, you know? Would I get sued for a patent infringement? No. I'm a little kid. Even if I go and say I made this clay for my mom and dad or whatever, no company's gonna go after me. It's all about most users' defensive. You know, and on top of that, you have to prove that I actually, you have to prove I even infringed on it. And how do you do that? If I make this clay in my house, you just look at my clay and say, oh, well, you infringed on my patents. Well, no. We have searches and seizures. We have Fourth Amendment. So, is it illegal to infringe on the patent? No, I mean, it's a civil matter. I can't even give that advice. I'm not even giving advice. I'm just giving what I know, what I think the system is, which is all constitutionally protected. So, I heard that there's a. So even I don't know. I'm ignorant of the consequences. I'm not giving patent advice. I'm just giving my opinion. I just don't see a lot of people are scared of talking about the patents because they say if they give advice on patents or opinions, I mean, it's not even a professional opinion. This is just my own entertainment. I'll get sued by some lawyer or what. You can get sued for anything. But what I'm doing is consciously protected to talk about what these patent rights. The whole point of the First Amendment is to express ideas. And a lot of these are very useful. I think so. Forming underground storage system. See, this is cool. Let's do underground storage system. Let's do underground storage. See how many patents we can find. See, carbon dioxide underground storages. These are pretty common now. The car produces carbon dioxide. If you had a pipe going down, boom, free storage. This is pretty simple. I don't think this is what I think it is. I think this is just for cars measuring carbon dioxide storage. I think they're using the underground term a little differently than I think they are using it. So injection. So carbon dioxide injection. Well, this is one way to save the environment. I think so. If they pumped all the carbon dioxide in the atmospheres and pumped it underground and make these underground structures, underground storages, and would not only solve global warming temporarily, but we would also have a new housing solution. Formulas, carbon dioxide coefficient. Yes, this is just. I keep seeing the common formula of this is that they use carbon dioxide and salt. So I'm guessing with the salt, they pump a bunch of carbon dioxide in the ground, and then in order to get rid of the carbon dioxide to make it safer, because realistically, if you try to pump that out, it'll probably have so much pressure it'll probably explode. I don't know, but they use salt. They use salt to make it so the salt. And the carbon dioxide, I guess they combine to make it less. I don't know what they're doing. But yeah, it's something to do with salt. Alright. Natural underground taste. Not what I'm looking for. lot of these patents are solutions to homelessness, but they don't even put homeless. They don't put any of that. It's just so, I don't know. If I was a patent examiner and I saw that, I'd probably think, well, someone probably thought of this before, right? This is the reason for rejection. But, you know, we live on the surface, and we have a lot of homeless people on the surface. Why not just put them on the ground? Remember that there's an episode in there's an episode in Futurama where they just banish all the homeless or the defected people on the ground. It's the sewer systems. Which I think living underground is a more luxury than living on the surface, because you're protected from all wars, all out nuclear war. You're more likely to survive. You're more likely to be healthy. You're more likely to be free from tyranny if you live on the ground. But if you live on the surface, in Futurama they treat that. If you lived on the ground, you were a bomb, you were a defect or whatever. But if you lived on the surface, you're rich and powerful or whatever. But I don't know. It's just a luxury, I guess. Maybe in Futurama they had a anti-nuclear shields or something around their house. Maybe that's why it's so good. The blowing machines are close to what I'm thinking of, but not realistically constructing these blowing machines. You already saw these huge machines at war. It's not realistic. It's not. Yeah, it's possible. We saw Elon Musk that it did before, but do you think in Vietnam they had all these? Do you think in Vietnam they had all these blowing machines? No, they just dug by hands. They dug with shovels, hammers, from the French, to hide from the French. See, this is... I want to see how they did this actually. This storage system. Look at this real quick. No, I looked at this already. No, it's not here. I think it's in the part. The reason why it's not here is because it's probably a prior art somewhere. No, it's cited by patent citations. Here it is. So let's look for it. Checking digging dent. Rotating beam. Automatic backhoe. No. Look at this again. What is this? Am I thinking what this is, or am I thinking of something else? Oh no, this is not what we're looking at. Looking for something else. Method. Let's just go back to method digging. We don't want more looking for chemical erosion. Let's see. Let's just go back to the naturally industrial machines. The method of let's go back to erosion. Hydrothermal digging method. Okay, maybe this is. Let's go down this rabbit hole. Actually, while we're at it, let's go to the Inner Archive and see what the... Oh, it's French. The French would do this. The French would have had this patent. This is what they'd see. Oh, this is just a drilling machine. Never mind. It's not what we're thinking. Let's see what they did to break the rocks using jets. Yeah, it is true. It's highly toxic. It's highly corrosive. But if you put salt down there, it wouldn't be as corrosive or toxic. As we see with other carbon, we saw that using salt gets rid of carbon dioxide in the chamber. So the idea, this is in 2001, so it's a little outdated. So we probably didn't have that method before. or you're ignorant of. Let's see. They use hydroxide ion concentration now. Okay, look at this. Bicarbonate, sodium hydroxide, salt, and hydrogen. We all have that at home, don't we? Rate of 12 feet per hour. That's pretty good. That's a lot. That's 2 humans for every hour. That's how deep it goes, but it's pretty hot. They use a jet to cool down. Heat exchange. See, this is what I'm guessing right here is that they use the engine of the boat right here to turn this turbine, to turn this blowing machine. And it's the same concept. If you can using this method right here, the same concept. I'm trying to look for this. They had a machine called a dyno. It was used to test the speed of a car, and using that method, they used them. They had a sensor at the bottom, which was connected to a motor system, which is set by weights, so it wouldn't go out of control and spin and kill someone. And it was enclosed it was enclosed. So it's possible to make one of these blowing machines to make it operational using just your car, because most cars go at 200 horsepower. This engine, this boat is probably going a little more, but I doubt it's going more than 200 horsepower. It would be inefficient, but if you're just doing this for an hour or so, it's doable. I mean, why invest in more equipment to have it probably costs a lot more and a lot more carbon dioxide into the atmosphere than just doing it from your car. Yeah, this is a better example of what I'm trying to envision. Energy transfers, that's what I'm thinking. Energy transfers. How do you transfer your car energy to something else? Let's see. Not wireless, none of this. Let's go back. This is just basic physics, but let's see what they did back then. Why do you use air? Oh, duh. I'm trying to find, if someone actually patented, I don't know, it just seems kind of obvious, but at the same time, it's not as obvious. Let's see. Electric motors probably did this before. I remember looking at electric motors and all that stuff. They probably did this before in the past, but I just can't find it on Google Patents. Okay. Yeah, the engine and all that stuff. Okay, this is not what we're looking for. Let's go over here. Melting rock tool with University of California. It's expired already, so it's free to use. What did they patent? Let's see. What did they make? It uses only 25 to 200 watts. That's not that bad. Just for the heater, that's not as bad. That's pretty good. I can plug them to my wall outlet. Okay. Here's the overview. Just look what this is. I'm a customer. I want to buy this to see what they're selling me. Special type of commission. This is a customer guide. This is not the manufacturer guide. So, basic design. Disassemble. They don't want you to disassemble it. Oh, it's a shaft. Bearing, we already have bearings. No, it's not what I'm looking for. Okay, you don't want this window. Okay, we're not gonna open the patents. We're just gonna look around a bit. Do a seat dive. Press the door very low on pressure. Pressure chamber, control chamber. Yeah, that makes sense. Partial dust-proof materials. Nitrogen. Heavy dust. Advanced openness. Enhance. What is this? Resistance steel. Magnesium, carbon, iron. Resistance to wear. The method of fluid protection. Fracturing. Optimize. Okay, let's see. How do they optimize it? I know we said we weren't gonna look at it, but I'm just curious now. By Russians, which they stole from us. No, I'm just kidding. They probably invented themselves. They have all land. We don't have much land. Where to Russia? No, the world. I can't read that in Russia, but the English version is down here. Here it is. Oh no. Oh no. Is that a brain? What is that? Rocks. It's rocks. No, bro. I don't know what that is. Wait. No, lost track. Where was I? Oh well, you lost it. It's glitchy right now, I can't. Let's just go right here. And exit out of there. Oh, they have a cool method. Use the food that I invented this. See, let's go right here. And then I doubt it's right here. I doubt it. They would never put this. See? No, that's what I thought. It's not right there. Oh, there it is. The Chinese business guy. Let's see. What can we find? This is 2000. Oh, this is old. A little old, not that old. Born Auto. Oh, they had them. Oh. Nine-year compulsory education in the United States. We have 12 years. We have 9 years, but Maybe they don't need that many years. Maybe they're... Get the most of your training from this clever. 1 million USD. I don't have a single one. Not yet anyways, but... Most of the energy came from coal. Wow, that is surprising. Kingstone. Trade routes. Oh, we have a gas west east. That's huge. I heard they tear down a bunch of buildings, left all people homeless. Doing that. Or whatever. You know, gotta do what you gotta do. Over down in the US, we have something called eminent domain. You can't get to properly pay them money. See, 12 billion. That's so... They have so much coal. What's the difference between oil and gas? If you turn oil to gas, then that's still pretty huge. Electricity? Well, I mean, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, again, we saw those... Never mind. Oh, we have a stock exchange. Okay. Put in these codes, you give them the stock... The broker, I guess? I don't know. So I guess these are like approved groups. Friendship group. Maybe my friendship group. Universe construction. There isn't that many construction groups. These are the well-known ones. Manufacturing. Oh, there's a lot of manufacturing plants. A lot of manufacturing. Goes up pages. Media, that's pretty funny. They only have 3 groups. Media, real estate, social services. I guess these are like, only ones on the stock exchange. That makes a lot more sense. By the book. Knowledge press titles, all price in USD. 45 USD for a book. Man, I'm not gonna pay that much money for. I mean, not, yeah, it's probably free online somewhere. Wait, how many subscribers do they have? Telecommunication networks. You see the ones? Disposable income. This is USD or the national total. So, yeah. These people are rich. Rich, Benjamin rich. Gondong rich. Fujang rich. Number of privately owned vehicles. Guangdong rich. Dong rich, Shandong rich, Vijay, Ain, a lot of cars, Yibin rich, national tourism, that's pretty low. Okay, let's go back to the patents. I'm bored. Oh, they have probes. Is this German? Oh, it's German. You know they're good. You know they invented good shit. They have better descriptions. sharp pokey thing. Oh, they have bearings. This is the bearing. Replace that one. That makes a lot of sense. So when the bearings get rusty, they sell the parts. That's very smart. Just easier to replace. Although they just could cover up the bearings so it wouldn't get rusty, but whatever. I'm trying to make money. I get it. Yeah, the mesh part and everything. I don't know. That seems. How is it spinning then? Is it just spinning through gas? I'm a little confused. So what are they injecting here? They're injecting gas? They're injecting gas to bracket the ground. So it's just gas. That's all it is. You're not using any force, are they? Or at least, well, they are. You can tell with this bulky thing. System. Let's see what they do. Okay, the background. The reactivity, the contaminated subsurface. Well, I think that's the opposite of what you're trying to do, but I'll take your word for it for now. Nozzle. Pressurized liquid. Cleaning contaminated ground surface. I'm curious on what they do. How do they clean it? Cleaning fluid is directed at higher pressures instead of harmful. So what are they using to clean it? Oh, they don't tell you. Do they? They stratify the ground. Chamber. I couldn't find it. They didn't state what they used. My best guess it would just be salt. They use salt to clean the ground. But they don't say it here. Well, now let's see if they have salt. No. Oh, this is sodium. No. What are they using to clean? Do they just patent? They didn't actually say what they cleaned it with. They just said that they're using a method to clean the boring machine. The method. They're not telling you what they're actually using. We know things are cleaned chemically, but they don't say what they use. So that was a dumb patent. I don't like that patent. Now this makes a lot more sense. If they're telling you how to clean it using pipes and all this stuff, that would make more sense. But the other patent doesn't make any sense. And isn't Germany part of the EU too? How come some of the patents saying if Germany is part of the EU, which I think it is, why does sometimes say German? German and French. Let's see what this is. Sewage system. They use a filter, they use a suction cup. Cushion. They have different valves for that. Valves. It's all valve systems. Floss filter. I can imagine doing that. I guess the floss filter would come in at the end of the treatment of the water. Not because if you just have a bunch of shit with water in it, it'll probably get dirty pretty fast. But I guess at the end of the life, they have these filters. Floss. I don't know. Let's go back to. Yeah, let's put on the literature thing. chemical weathering exposure to forces. Again, I don't care. Manageable quantities. Oh, that's interesting. I don't care about the weathering rates. I'm enjoying myself just drinking a bunch of Diet Coke, Diet Pepsi. Thanksgiving, so fuck it. Holy shit. Huh. Oh, expired patents. Let me take a look at this. USA, something you can understand. Okay. Look at the newspaper, see what they wrote about us. What the fuck is this? Is that a pig or what is this? Is it Donald Trump? Oh, I thought it was Donald Trump. Alright, failure to find. Under species and then oh, it's run by the government. How surprising. New 5-year plan. Whoa. doesn't have this. Well, maybe it does. I don't know. But and this is a long time ago too. 5-year plan. What is this? Getting rich first to common strategy. So it's trickle down economics right here. Trickle down economics. For sale. See, more accident. Yeah, that's about right. That's pretty accurate. It's Wall Street. Does this say Wall Street? Oh yeah. Aviation. It would be American man. The guy went to China to sell pieces of the moon. But they did buy the work, so. He said the lunar company would operate in the United States for more than 20 years every year, and he didn't try to do this. Well, yeah, that's not strange. It's not strange at all. It's just probably wrong to me. It's probably fraudulent, but I don't know. One of the main principles of our company is that the activities which are not forbidden by law should be allowed. And I heard that before. It was from Bay Area Transparency. It said Lee G. Bam. What's not forbidden is allowed. That's cool. I mean, technically, the fraud is not allowed, but I'm still that's so cool. Principle. It's your company policy, but should be allowed, not is allowed. It's not wrong. It's an opinion, not a statement. Green card, virtual Forbidden City, the Forbidden City, green card, why a Chinese green card? If everyone moved to China, would the world actually? Yeah, it'll fit in there. Never mind. That was a dumb question. pretty rich too, but I remember looking at Google Maps and I saw like a bunch of the houses are so far apart and the land was risen up, so it kind of makes sense they have a lot of underground tunnels and all shit. Mostly North Korea. They say North Korea they have a lot of them, but in China there's probably a lot. So, let's see. The vacancies. Famous vacancies. We pay 400 yuan. I don't know how, is that a lot of money? Is that a little money? The money's too inflated, I don't know. So if, you know, if I call this number, it's probably dead by now, but seeking jobs in Native American. Foreign language teacher, I'd hire him maybe. I don't know. Warehouse manager. That's an American. Find me a job, you monster. Every day they hold 3 minutes. Same thing in the US, so not alone. Okay, we're done with that. Encyclopedia of China. Yeah, I'm bored now, so I'm just gonna go look at this. The oldest, the modern historical is the newest and the oldest global power. Yeah, I guess so. I don't want to get to all that shit. USA. Old master displays name. China. This is why California is so rich. It's next to China. Why is not? I mean, New York is pretty rich too. Honestly, it doesn't make it makes more sense. It makes a lot of sense why we make a lot of money to trade with. Mexico too has a bunch of cheap labor, and all this land right here at the bottom. This thing is annoying. It's way bigger than China. If we just improve these trade routes, the only thing, even if you can't cross this little thing, you still do boats. If you have a bunch of trains going over here, it's way cheap. I would rather buy stuff from Argentina or Brazil and all that stuff. I would think that I would imagine this place to be a manufacturing giant, but it's not. It's just they work in. We don't work in like reality. I mean, it's weird too because in China, I guess it's like. I guess India is Mexico, and then this is the United States, but in Asia, and then this is the United States, this is China, and then, yeah. I would think these states over here would be making a lot of money manufacturing, or have a lot of manufacturing plants, but, see, China views Latin America as a strategic battlefield. Latin America. This is Latin America, isn't it? No? I mean, I could see why we have the relationship right here, because if the United States had put all this manufacturing right here, and if the United States didn't like something like Mexico was doing, they could just stop manufacturing altogether. They could just they have a bunch of troops and all this stuff, but you know, if we break laws, if the United States citizens break laws over here, they can't really do anything. So I don't know, it's just I still want manufacturing in Mexico. They're much like that. There's ports in Mexico and all that stuff, but they don't manufacture. I don't think they manufacture a lot of stuff. Their companies have some institutions for that. Security codes. Consistently throughout. He who accuses anyone shall self-protect the issue. Whoa, that's base as fuck. He says, if you don't murder anyone, if you murder someone, you die yourself, and if you steal from someone, you shall be stolen from too, I guess. And all the laws over there don't exist. That's pretty based. When wiped out with all the families. Yeah, it's still kind of the same thing over here too. I mean, things haven't changed. I mean, we're not even allowed to carry guns. We're not allowed to open carry guns in California. So it's kind of like the same thing how it was back then. I mean, I wonder if you could have carried a sword around in the Queen's time. I guess in Japan they had the swords. They could open carry swords. I think so, right? Samurais? Yeah, samurais. And then in U.S. we had cowboys. Same thing, right? Samurais and cowboys. The latter cannot hung herself. That's fucked. That's sad. In 1961. So if America won the war in Iraq or whatever, it would grant it amnesty. Makes sense. As a reward. Exile. For less serious for them. Imprisonment was not part of the regular punishment system, there was no examination. Cutting the offender in two at the waist, that's fucked. The family members can also be put to death. Well, I mean, that makes sense, but holy shit. at the same time, it's fucked. Makes sense, but it's not right. Condemned or sometimes allowed to commit suicide. Oh, okay, I'm allowed to commit suicide. Harsh deserts, Brazil, I'll imagine for Brazil here. South regions, state-run mines along frontiers. So I'm working a mine. I don't know if it nowadays working a mine would that be say construction project. I think so too. That's fucked, dude. Again, I think this is a full internet, so I don't know. Yeah, I'll try to. Holy shit, 12% of the whole user is over 60. It's a lot of people. I mean, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I mean, you wouldn't you want the old people to live long, you know. If you all just died. It's pretty good. Some central schools.